saw this image. Dr. Kilda, this is second year student or third year student?
This is third year student. Tahun ketiga ya?
Okay, third year. So third year,
third year student.
Something as the, let's say, iconic design or the main purpose of design. Like this image, you show the perspective of overall space and the mushroom that you tend to be like, I see the eyes icon. You trying to create a landmark. If you have the design that go toward landmark, you have to think about the scale of the design first. For example, right now I understand that they have the many mushroom in the area, but you need certain one mushroom that it may be bigger than the other. It can be in different colors than the other. And when you do something significantly different from other, that's become iconic, or that's become the main mission aims to that. So you need something to be attract people. And as you design, you want to attract people to the open space, correct? Yes, I'm gonna answer for you, correct? Yes, you want to attract people first. And then when you have the big thing for them to see, then they follow the sign. As the item is so big, they try to follow into that interesting thing. And then later on, the second step, they're gonna see the supporting detail, like the small mushroom, like right in this rendering. So this is act as a supporting. So you understand hierarchy of what they see first, second, and third is in terms of architecture, we're gonna call it building approach to how to approach to the design. In this design, I'm gonna complement first. The design look nice. The materials that we want to use, bamboo local material is nice, but first of all, hierarchy of the design element, you should work on that a little bit. That is my first thing. Second, when you use bamboo, I listen to you and you use pretty much like a bamboo as a local material to create this design. I am not sure about this rendering that the seating that made from the image that I see right now is like a blue thing or green thing with the white cone, and the table that made from blue color again. Is this still the bamboo? If yes, in the case that yes, you're gonna answer to me, yes, it's made by bamboo. So you have to understand other thinking, like if you choose some material to become the main structure or main materials for our design, you have to expose the properties of materials. You cannot hide it by cover or paint it into the colors that it's gonna lose the identity of selection of materials. Do not be shy to make a material as a material. So sometimes we have the shapes that represent something already. So you can make this shape by bamboo. And you have to be bold enough or eager enough to represent the bamboo material as well. Otherwise, this bamboo material and we paint into this color is gonna lose the meanings of why we choose bamboo. If we cover everything by this color or this like shiny looks. So that is the thing that you have to balance between, okay, nice and modern aspect and local materials. So this is my second suggestion. Don't be shy to have local material as it is. Okay, that is my second. Third, last time I believe I mentioned to you that you have variety of concept in the design. You have the whale, you have like mushroom, and you have something else. So today I see design development that go toward in one certain direction of mushroom. That is fine. That is totally fine. You have like a mushroom world or the world of mushroom to have its own identity. But the next question is like, when you look at the mushroom, do not see only one shape of mushroom. Try to find another type of mushroom that it's still mushroom. So mushroom have many types. It doesn't need to be like this is I'm gonna call it Mario mushroom. So it can be Mario mushroom and the other one can be like other type of mushroom too. But the whole thing is still represent the mushroom. So you can have the variety of design that go all around in any place. And it's why I mentioned this, because if you repeat one item repeated enough, so it's gonna be a little boring and it's going to be like not surprise users. But on the other hand, if you have the zoning of the area, you have different usage for zoning within the map that you create, and each zoning use certain mushroom or use their own design of mushroom to signify or give the guidance to the user that okay, this design is represent the sitting area, this design is represent the sales area, this design represent the residential area. But every design is under the concept of mushroom, but in different types of mushroom. So this project gonna have a lot of variety and people gonna feel surprised in every area that they turn to. Lastly, this is my lastly and promise. Dr. Arena present to you about signage, but sometimes signage can come up with a graphic. But on the other hand, signage or things that make people go toward direction can come from the lighting as well. For example, I see the benefit of this mushroom that act like an umbrella. If underneath of the umbrella have different colors, by changing the colors, you can indicate people which direction to go or which this mushroom is have the function to serve for. So this is kind of design suggestion to advance the design. I mean, the design is very good. I mean, it looks nice, it looks welcome, it looks lively, it already have many things that you try to create. But by adding on a little bit of this, it's gonna elevate the interesting of design to become another level, and you're gonna have like a very fine design at the end. That is my belief. So thank you so much for your proposal design. And that's my end of my comment.
Thank you very much, Dr. Pasu. Dr. Irin, maybe you have some review or your student, it's free to...
Yes. Okay, thank you, Dr. Gilda, and thank you to the students for their hard work. So my input will be a compliment to Dr. Pasu, actually. So I see that you want to actually have several approach that maybe you are still a little bit confused about how to make them seamless. From what I see is that you want some mushroom, right, in your design, and then you want to have bamboo as well in your design. But in your story and in your narration, you actually want to have like a nostalgic experience to Pasar Kangen. Am I right? So
yeah.
You actually have three things that you want to do all together. The Pasar Kangen experience, you want to do the mushroom, and you also want to do the bamboo. My input is maybe you should choose one approach instead of trying to make all three happen, Like if you want to, like Dr. Pasu said, mushroom come from in many kinds of shapes and forms. And mushroom also have stages in life. Like they have their spores, and then they have their, when the process of their being evolved first, and then they open because they want to spread the spores, then they become some sort of umbrella by itself. And so you might, and also mushroom have this kind of habitat in their real nature. They only live in some, in a bedding where there are rotten leaves and it's humid and something like that. So they are living in a more nature, it's not that it's not orderly. While your design is from your 3D is very orderly. So maybe you can also explore into that. And mushroom come into many colors and also many shapes, beautiful shapes that you can explore. Like Dr. Pasu said, you can use different shapes to, make some areas, to different areas in your place. And or you want to explore bamboo. You can still make, mushroom shapes. But bamboo has its own character. You can bend it, you can, smash it and make it like also it has many characteristics. You can still make mushrooms shape, but like Dr. Pasu said, don't be shy, because you said that you're going to use mushroom, but then you go into a more minimalism shape of buildings. So why don't you explore how to make forms and in a more bamboo character? And also you will need to be nostalgic. You said pasar kangen, and being a traditional market, pasar kangen, maybe you should explore more into that nostalgic area. In what approach do you want it to be nostalgic? Do you want it to go backwards into that kind of architecture design, architecture era, or do you want it to make it a very modern look? Like the mushroom is very modern look, where the bamboo you show on the corner right hand is a very minimalism design. So can I ask you, what kind of approach do you want it to be for this nostalgic theme for Pasar Kangen? Can you please explain a bit of that? Because when I read it, I think that is the biggest theme that you have in your task, in your project.
I can answer for the students. I believe they're gonna go toward the modern looks of the mushroom. That's what the rendering suggests.
Okay, that's true. But then, in what ways do they want user to have a nostalgic journey with the pasar?
That is my question too. I see this term. It's very interesting terms, but I cannot find it in the final rendering. I cannot feel the old. I cannot feel the meaningful historical approach to this. That's why you have to balance, or you have to find the connection between your conceptual thinking into the final design, and it needs to be related at some point.
Yes, to be one package, one whole package, not like you're wanting to incorporate three things into one project. Can you please explain to us a little bit more about the Pasar Kangen? What do you want to do with it, and what kind of experience do you want user to have it when they come to your place?
The bamboo is material that we use for tenant and wood. Is a main material for tenant and wood, and the communal space what we choose the mushroom with a simple design and no more color or many transform shapes. That we want to visitor can be more creative and play with the mushroom, and we want to give some media that visitor of Pasar Kangen can be creative with them. That's why we. Sorry, Mr. Iren, we can hear you. Can you repeat again?
Yes, I think you take the concept of pasar kangen because for the people who love culture, right? Traditional dishes, craft, and everything else, modern performance. And how do you want to portray that in your design?
Yeah. Some visitor for Pasar Kangen is really people who love a culture. This is right, but we want to combine about the traditional industry and modern industry in the Pasar Kangen concept, and we make some combinations with the back to childhood concept, because we want to our visitor can be nostalgic together about the about the childhood memory, that why we use mushroom icon and bamboo pulpers icon, because it was, I think we think that I think that is some icon for our memory from children that we want to play in, but when we were adult, our children can play too at that place. So we want to our visitor that the student or children or other people can be more fun together with our communal space and tenant space, I think.
Okay. My suggestion is like this, because I know that Dr. Have you ever seen Asiatic that Dr. Hilda likes so much?
Yes. Yeah, we
Okay.
can see it.
So Asiatic is actually a theme park, right? Now, if are you making a theme park? If you want to make a theme park, then it should be more themes inside. So if that is the case, you want people to have many experience, many activities inside the park, and you want to incorporate mushroom in it. I suggest you go with Dr. Maksud's suggestion to have many kind of mushroom. I might add my additional thing too.
Coba Gitit dibantu jawab ya.
So you have many kind of mushroom and in different sizes, different shapes, and also the ecosystem where they live in population, or you take the characteristic music of their theme. Okay, let's say you want to have like communal space, you have different kind of mushroom. You have dancing space, you have different kind of mushroom and ecosystem. So that is my suggestion.
I agree on that, but however, I still have one keyword that rephrase or unrephrase, rethink about like when you want to use the fancy of try to restrict this control with applicable time or good time. So that we need to design and see your partner goes yet it looks more like a modern aspect of the futuristic park or something like that. And this design is still in between. Of course, you can with some design or bird or something. But you have to balance it. Like if you want to go modern, no problem to go with everything modern. But if you want to create something historical, yes, you can create something historical. But if you want to balance them as have a meaningful of historical in the modern approach, this has to work out a little more because right now it's in between and it's not blended yet. In my opinion, you have the very nice concept, very nice piece of the design within your work, but when it's coming along as a whole group, you have to adjust a little more. That is my suggestion to do the design. But I see some elements that very interesting. Of course, I see your work, I see your hard work. Yes, of course. But when it's come together, you have it's like a food. When you create a dish of the food, that you have ingredients, but you try to create like a fancy food. This food have a fancy ingredients, but the overall is still you can adjust a little more to have a great taste of this plate. That is my comments.
Oke, Gitit dikasih
Yep.
closing sebentar. Ya.
Maybe the students want to discuss more about it. Please do.
Gak apa-apa. Nggak. Kitit mungkin bisa ngasih penjelasan sedikit tentang material itu, dia bingung. Siapa? Kamu? Kamu aja nggak apa-apa, coba. Ya.
Maybe
Dibuka dulu, itunya udah.
So
Okay.
maybe the conclusion that from evaluation like that, we still think that we want to bring the old memories that so that we make the icon like mushroom that also brings like childhood that we can mesmerize either adult and children. But in the next evaluation, we also change the material that necessary maybe. So we stand with the traditional and the pasar kangen.
Without to make some little change, do not erase this project, but advance it, develop it. That is the best way, and we call it develop design. In every practice, we need this, of course. We need to advance from input and take me and Dr. Arena as your users. So right now you have the user response on your design and you develop it regardingly. This is the right process.
All you have to do is make it more, comprehensive, and to sharpen your focus on what do you really want, and the site really needs. That is, I think, the best approach.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Pasu and thank you very much, Dr. Pasu and Dr. Irin for the review. Is student will be have good input from the both side, especially as a client and user. Yes, but they will be get some new information and some new perspective to make a good concept to collaborate to add the focal point of mushroom and the traditional thing that can recognize in the 5 of this project. They will be finish it in maybe in 1 week more to the final project. Thank you very much, Dr. Fasu and Dr. Irin. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah. Good applause for student. Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Give them the number. Give me the number. Give me the number.
Matching website, okay? Come on. We not do that service here.
You're not. I do. Okay then. Thank you for all.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, guys.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
See you.
Thank you for your kindness,
Bye.
Dr. Fasu and Dr. Iren and student
Thank
from
you.
Maranatha.
Yes, sir.
We will see you again in the next project and the next opportunity. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.